Sorry, you've done some work with the Heterodox Academy, right?
Yes, that's right. I gave the keynote at their last meeting, for example.
Have you seen the rise of the campus left? Do you see it as becoming more extreme in the past few years? And can you give some examples of that if you do see it as becoming more extreme?
Uh, yeah, I think it has. Although, as I said in my address, contra Billy Joel, we did start the fire. We being the baby boomers, and there were episodes of intolerance and shutting down of free speech when I was an undergraduate a number of decades ago. But I think there is an increase in the number of speakers who are disinvited, who are shouted down with loud protests, sometimes physical altercations with setting of fire alarms. And we also know just by surveys of the political affiliation of professors that they are drifting rather sharply to the left. In many humanities departments, there are more Marxists than there are people who identify as conservatives.
Why do you think that is?
Um, some of it is because of an increase in social and residential segregation that people with higher amounts of education live with other people who are just like them, and people, particularly on college campuses or in large cities, and people who are more conservative tend to be more in the suburbs, exurbs, and rural areas. Partly because academia has I think, some pathologies in terms of people hiring people like themselves, and so that once there was a generation that got tenure in many departments, they replicated themselves, hired people with the same political outlook. So those are a couple of the reasons. There's also I think, a natural affinity among intellectuals for more liberal positions. Some of it justified. It was often liberals and leftists who were at the forefront of social movements whose achievements we now take for granted and that we now enjoy, such as racial equality, gender equality, and gay rights. So some degree of liberal tiltus may even be a good thing, but when it comes to stifling disagreement and debate, then